Calm your minds. It's 10:30. We'll start with one Om and then say the prayer. Re Chak Purak Hands in Namaste position, and we'll start the prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub the palms together, spread the energy of the face and open the eyes. And we'll start with the slow deep breathing, Pranakarshan Kriya. Usual counts of 10 for Purak and 20 for Rechak. And we'll do that 5 times. So sit with your eyes closed. Rechak, Purak, Rechak.
6.
I'm sorry, I'll start again. I meant 10 and 20. I got confused for a moment. We'll start again. Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. One more time. Purak, Rechak. Breathe normally. Now we'll do the Brahma Mudras with the neck exercises. First 3 with breath control, the next 2 with normal breathing. Start with the first one, moving ahead to the left and the right. Rechak, Purak. Head to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch the neck as much as you can. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Recha. Purak. To the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch. Come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Recha. Purak. To the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch. Come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Rechak. Purak. To the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch. Come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Rechak. Now the second variation, dropping your head to the left and the right and stretching the opposite arm out and using a hand on the same side that you drop your head to pull the head down a little further. Rechak. Purak. Head to the left shoulder, stretch the right arm out, left hand to pull the head down. Come back. Rechak. Purak. Head to the right shoulder, stretch the left arm out, right hand to pull the head down. Come back. Rechak. Purak. Head to the left shoulder, right arm stretched out, left hand to pull the head down. Come back. Rechak. Purak. Head to the right shoulder, stretch the left arm out, right hand to pull the head down. Come back. Rechak. Third variation, dropping the head back, and we'll hold it a little longer. Rechak. Purak. Drop the head back. Face the front. Rechak. Purak. Drop the head back. Face the front. Rechak. Fourth variation, jerking your head, gentle jerks to the left and the right, so just loosen your neck a little. And let's start jerking to the left, center, right, center. Left, center, right, center. Left, center, right, center. Stop. Now we'll do the 360-degree rotation of the head, so drop your chin down to the chest and start movement to the left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front. Change direction. Go to the right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front. Stop, lift your head up, rub the palms together, spread the energy of the face and open the eyes. And now we'll do the shoulder exercises. Start with shoulders up and back. Make sure your hands don't move, just the shoulders. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fingers of the hand on the respective shoulders, elbows touching in the front. Let's start up and back. 1, elbows touch each time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we'll do the Naman Mudras, the bending postures. So take the position for the first Naman Mudra. Om Prithviye Namaha Recha Pura Recha. Bend forward from the hip joint, arms fully outstretched as you go down. Keep your arms outstretched for a short while. Now retract your hands, bring them close to the head. Relax the body and breathe normally. On Rechak, we do 4 things. You breathe out, straighten out the arms, bring the head back in line with the spine again, and apply the Mool Bandh or the root lock. Rechak Pura Rechak. Second variation of Naman Mudra, arms behind your back, right hand in the left palm, thumbs interlocked, shoulders thrown back and elbows are not bent. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of water. Om Jalai Namaha Recha Pura Recha. Slide your hands up the back, drop the elbows, drop your head, relax the body and breathe normally. Once again, 4 things on Rechak. Rechak Pura Rechak. Third variation, hands in the lowest part of the abdomen, fingers interlocked, shoulders thrown back, elbows close to the body. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of fire. Om Agnaye Namaha Recha Pura Recha. Drop your head, drop your elbows, relax the body and breathe normally. Once again, 4 things on Rechak. Rechak Pura Rechak. Fourth variation, arms folded behind the back, each hand holding the opposite elbow. For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of air. Om Vayave Namaha Rechak Pura Rechak. Drop your head, relax the body and breathe normally. This time 3 things on Rechak, because we did not move our arms after coming down. Rechak Pura Rechak. Fifth variation, arms folded in the front, For this Naman Mudra, we bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of space. Om Akashaya Namaha. Rechak Purak. Rechak. Drop your head, relax the body, breathe normally. Once again, three things on Rechak. Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Drop the palms together. Spread the energy of the face, open the eyes. And now stretch your legs out. Loosen the joints of the leg. And then come and sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. And now we'll do Kapalbhati, 54 with each nostril. Hold for a count of 10 after that, and 108 counts Kapalbhati with both nostrils facing the front. And we will hold for a count of 20 and then do Amar Kruti. So we'll start with the right nostril first. Rechak, half Purak. Close the left nostril and start. Hold. Purak. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Breathe normally. Now we'll do it with the left nostril. Rechak, half Purak. Close the right nostril and start. Hold. Purak. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Breathe normally. Now do 108 counts with both nostrils. Hold for a count of 20 and then do Amakruti. Rechak, half Purak, and start. Apply the locks and hold. Voice out, Purak and hold. Gulp the air. Re cha. Purak. Re cha. Breathe normally. Today we won't do side Kapalbhati and Bhastrika Kapalbhati, but instead we will do Basra. And we'll be doing Bhastrika Pranayam later on as well. So now we'll do Ujjayi, 3 repetitions for each of the 3 types, starting with Saral Ujjayi, sitting as you are. Re Chak, Purak. Re Chak. Purak. Re Chak. Purak. Re Chak. Now Madhya Ujjayi, to expand our lungs horizontally. Re Chak, Purak. Re Chak. Purak. Re Chak. Purak. Re Chak. Urdhva Ujjayi, to expand our lungs vertically. Re Chak, Purak. Re Chak. Switch arms. Purak. Re Chak. Switch arms. Purak. Re Chak. Breathe normally. Now we'll do Basra, which is a combination of Ujjayi and Kapalbhati. So Ujjayi breath with constricted throat, but the rhythm is in and out Kapalbhati speed essentially. We'll do 20 counts on each side, and after doing the 20 counts we'll hold for a count of 10, applying the locks. At least put your chin down if you can't apply the locks, and then facing the front we'll do it for 40 counts and hold for 20 counts. Re Chak, half Purak, twist to the left and start. Hold with locks applied. Release locks and Purak Ujjayi. Recha. Silent Purak. Face the front. Recha. Purak. Recha. Now we'll do it on the right side. Recha. Half Purak. Turn to the right and start. Apply the locks and hold. Release the locks and recha. Sorry.
Ujjayi Purak.
Sorry about that. Ujjayi Purak. Recha. Silent Purak. Face the front. Recha. Purak. Recha. Now do 40 counts facing the front and hold for 20 counts. Recha. Half Purak. And start. Apply locks and hold. Ujjayi Purak. Recha. Silent Purak. Recha. Breathe normally. Now do Nad Sadhana, chant 3 ohms after 3 Ujjayi breaths. Then we'll do a silent, quiet concentration meditation for 3 deep breaths. And then we'll do 2 Hasta Karna Bandha Omkars. Recha. Purak. 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 Shant, Shant, Shant. Listen to the lingering sound of the Om in your minds and observe your breathing. How you breathe in and how you breathe out. For the next 3 deep inhales and exhales, just relax the body, relax the mind, and generate any energy that you got directed towards any part of the body that's giving you pain or discomfort. Now, with love in our hearts and enthusiasm in our voices, let us chant 2 Hastakarna Bandh Omkars to invoke the divinity within us. So cup your palms, place them over your ears, cover your ears, thumbs on either side of the voice box or larynx, and fingers behind the head. Re Chak Purak Purak Rub the palms together, spread the energy over the face and open the eyes. And now we'll do Bhastrika Pranayam, types 1 and 2. So just as a refresher, type 1, we do everything with 2 nostrils. So we'll do Kapalbhati for 21 counts with 2 nostrils, hold our breath for 21 counts. Then we'll do a Purak for 5 counts. We'll hold in Antakumbhak, applying the locks after inhaling for 20 counts. And we'll do Rechak for 10 counts. And Baya Kumbhak, holding your breath in the exhale condition for 10 counts. Right? So we'll start that. Rechak, half Purak, and start. Hold. Purak. I'm sorry. It should have been 21 counts. I'm distracted today. Apologize, and let's do it again. Re Chak, half Purak, and start. Hold. Purak. Antakumbhak, hold the breath, locks applied. Re Chak. Hold. Purak, Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Breathe normally. Now do type 2 Bhastrika Pranayam. In this, the 21 counts of Kapalbhati and the hold for 21 is exactly the same, but the Purak will first be done with the right nostril by closing the left nostril for a count of 5, Antarkumbhak for a count of 20 with locks applied, Rechak from the left nostril for a count of 10, and hold in Baya Kumbhak for a count of 10. So the difference is only that the Purak and the Rechak are done with individual nostrils rather than both nostrils as done in type 1. And then we do it the other way, do the Purak from the right and Rechak, Purak from the left and Rechak from the right. So do it the opposite way. Okay. So we'll start Rechak, half Purak, and start. Purak, hold, I got it. Purak right, Antarkumbhak hold, Rechak left, hold, Purak both nostrils, Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Breathe normally. Now we'll do it with Rechak from the Purak from the left nostril and Rechak from the right nostril. 21 counts of Kapalbhati the same as before with both nostrils. Rechak, half Purak, and start. Hold, Purak left nostril, Antarkumbhak with locks, Rechak right, hold, Purak both nostrils, Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Rub the palms together, spread the energy over the face and open the eyes. And over to Chitra.
Now we'll do the stretches on the back. So if you are able to get on your back, do as you know, these stretches are really good, especially if you have lower back issues. So do try to join us on the floor. So if you're sitting on the floor, raise your knees up, feet are flat on the floor, and hold on to your knees and very slowly start putting your back down, feeling each of your vertebrae going down and touching the floor. And then stretch your legs out. And let's do a full body stretch called Yashtikasana, stick posture. So you're stretching your hands behind your head as far away from your shoulders as possible. And you're stretching your feet so that your toes are away from your body. Feel that stretch all along both sides of your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then slowly bring your hands on either side of your body. And then place your hands with your palms flat on the floor just below your hips so that you have support for your lower back. And now we're going to raise our legs up together, just enough that we see our toes from where we are lying down. And we're going to try to hold that for 10 taps that I'm going to do with my hand. So raise both your legs up. Can you see your toes? Hold them there, and starting now. Slowly bring your legs down with control and do Vishram. For Vishram, you move your feet apart about 10 to 12 inches apart. Let your feet drop on either side. Your arms are away from your body with your palms facing up, half closed. Savdhan, bring your feet together. Your hands go under your hips again to give you support for your lower back. Now we're going to do cycling with both legs together. So raise both legs up and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and reverse that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold your legs there for a second and slowly bring them down with control. The slower you bring them, the more control you have, the stronger your abdominal muscles will get. And do Vishram. Savdhan, feet together, hands under your hips again. And now we're going to do individual leg cycling, regular cycling. So raise both legs and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Both legs together and slowly bring them down. And remember, and do Vishram, and remember that when you're cycling, you want your knees, your legs not to be too high up in the air. You want them to be fairly close to the floor. Otherwise, it doesn't give you enough exercise on your abdominals or your lower back. Savdhan. Now we're going to do Pavan Muktasana, the wind release posture. So raise your left leg up, bend your left knee, interlock your fingers, and pull your knee as close to the body towards your left shoulder as possible. Keep your right leg flat on the floor. Flex your foot, which means you bring your toes towards your body. And then raise your head. See if you can touch your nose to the knee. Stay here for a few seconds. This way you're stimulating your descending colon. 4, your head down. 5, stretch your leg out and bring your leg down. Now we're going to do the same thing on the right side. Raise your right leg, bend your right knee, interlock your fingers around your right shin, and pull your knee towards your body, towards your right shoulder, as close to the body as possible. And make sure your left leg is flat on the floor. Flex your left foot. And now raise your head to touch your nose to the knee. Hold it there for a few seconds. Now you're stimulating your descending colon. Your ascending colon. Your head down. Stretch your leg out and bring your leg down. Now we're going to do the same thing with both legs. So raise both legs together. Bend your knees. And this time, wrap your arms around your knees. Bring your knees as close to your body as possible. And roll gently from side to side. This not only helps to stimulate your transverse colon, but also helps to give you a slight massage on your back. Stop in the middle. Now raise your head, touch your nose to the knees. And see if you can stay there for a few seconds. And then bring your head down, stretch your legs out, and slowly with control bring your legs down and do Vishram. And before we do the bridge posture, next, do Savdhan. Bring your hands just below your hips, palms flat on the floor, and then raise your chest and your head up and make a nice arch of your chest. Stretch your feet so that your toes are away from your body. And here you can do 10 Kapalbhatis on your own. Slowly bring your head down and your body down and do Vishram for a few seconds. Savdhan, bring your feet together, your hands close to your body. And now bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor. So we're going to do the bridge posture 3 times. The first 2 times, we're just going to raise our hips and stay there for a few seconds before we come down without making too much of an effort. The aim is to just see how flat your spine can be on the floor when you bring your hips down again. So slowly start raising your hips up. Stay there for a few seconds. And bring your hips down and see how flat your spine is against the floor. Once again, raise your hips up. Stay here for a few seconds. And bring your back down and feel that spine and your back perfectly flat on the floor. This time when we raise our hips, we're going to try to raise them as high as possible. But before that, we're going to tuck our shoulders in one by one, interlock our fingers under the body. That helps us to raise our hips higher. So slowly start raising your hips up. Then start tucking your shoulders under you. Interlock your fingers under your body and see if you can raise your hips a little higher. And stay here for a few seconds. And now slowly untuck your shoulders, bring your hips down very slowly, feel that back flat against the floor and rest for a few seconds with your knees up exactly as they are, but your arms on either side a little further away from your body. Now stretch your arms across and drop both your knees to the left side and look to the right. Make sure that your shoulders are not off the floor. You should be feeling a nice stretch all along the right side of the body. Bring your knees to the center. Drop your knees to the right side and look to the left. Stretching the left side of the body, making sure your shoulders are not off the floor. Bring your knees to the center again. Make the figure 4 with your legs by putting your left ankle on your right thigh, just above the knee. Then hold your left knee with your hand, right hand, and drop your left knee to the right side. Look to the left. Again, your shoulders are not off the floor. Each time you breathe out, gently put pressure on your top knee, your left knee. If you do that, you're going to feel a nice stretch in your left hip. Your left knee doesn't touch the floor, but by putting a little pressure, it helps to stretch that hip. Come back to the center. Make the figure 4 by putting your right foot on your left thigh above the knee. Hold your right knee with your left hand. Drop your right knee to the left side and look to the right. Again, your shoulders should be on the floor. And each time you breathe out, put gentle pressure on your right knee and feel that stretch enhanced on your right hip. Bring both your knees up again and switch legs. Figure 4 with your left foot on your right thigh. Through the opening, take your left hand, interlock your fingers around your right shin and pull your right shin towards your body. This way you increase the stretch in your left hip. Release that. Switch legs. Through the opening, take your right hand, interlock your fingers around your left shin and pull your shin towards your body. And release that. And stretch your legs out and lie down in Vishram for a few seconds. Come to Savdhan. Slowly bend your knees. Turn to the side that you're comfortable with and slowly get up and go on your stomach. Lie down on your stomach. So your legs are stretched out behind you, fingers spread out in front. You're resting on your forearms. And you're doing the Sphinx pose. Any slight backward bend helps to strengthen the back and to stretch your spine, especially your lower back. So stay here for a few seconds while I adjust the screen a little better.
That's good.
And this is a very restorative pose, it's not a very taxing pose. It makes you feel quite rested. So stay here for a few seconds and now try to lift your shoulders up, your navel off the floor, just a little bit. So the back bend is slightly increased. And then lie down on your left cheek. Your left leg is spread behind you, stretched behind you. Your right knee is bent and your right foot is lying on top of your left leg, just near the knee. Your hands are not under your cheek or your face, they are above your head on the floor. Just lie like this for a few seconds to catch your breath and to relax completely. And remember that when you lie prone like this, the back of the lungs and the lower lobes of the lungs get more oxygen, more air. Sadhan. Bring your hands on either side of your chest and your chin is on the floor. We're going to do Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. So first I want you to use your back muscles to raise your chest up and then put pressure on your hands to stay there against gravity. It's not easy to stay here for very long, but we want to try. And then slowly come down and lie down for a few seconds again in Vishram. And now slowly start getting up and sit in Vajrasana if you're on the floor. And move your knees apart. We're going to do the child's pose, Balasana. And there are many ways of doing Balasana, but we're going to do this version where you move your knees apart and you stretch your arms forward. See if you can rest your forehead on the floor. If you would like, you can put your hands under your forehead like this, making a fist, two fists up, or you can put them flat, or you can just stretch your arms out in front of you. This is also a very restful pose. It stretches your lower back. If you have any pain in your lower back, it's a good idea to stretch your spine both ways. How we did the back bends, very slight back bends, and then bending forward. And slowly come up and sit in Vajrasana because it's time to end the practice. 2 minutes to go. So Kunal will give us our thought for the day.
Right, so the thought for the day is, and it's by Ingrid Bergman, the Swedish actress. Success is getting what you want. Happiness wanting what you get. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get.
Okay, so let's chant 2 Oms and then we'll say the Shanti part to close the practice. Rechak, Purak, Purak, Hands and Namaste for the prayer and we'll start. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityu ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rub your palms together, spread the energy over your face and open your eyes.